Alright, everyone, welcome back to the other side of winners semifinals of our BN6 Any Percent tournament. Today we do have two of the top 4 runners of this game competing in what will probably be a very, very close race. On the left side we have Kamari, our good friend from Brazil, and on the right side we have our good friend from Japan, Miriri. We also have a few people joining us for commentary today, which are good friend Dallas, who will also potentially be helping with some translation for Japanese, as well as Metaroller and Yuki. So before we get started, you got anything you want to say, Kamari?
Not really, just hello gamers, and I'm really excited for this one. Good luck, Miri.
Also very excited for this one. Dallas, you want to introduce yourself, say anything?
I will not cast any trouble, Terra. This is fine. I will do proper commentary. Thank you. Alright.
Alright. And Meta, you want to introduce yourself?
First of all, I cannot believe they haven't locked me up in commentary jail yet. But yes, it's me, Metaruler. I know you've seen me a lot of places, including, of course, the monthly virus scan. But today I'm here to commentate what's going to be an amazing game between these two top runners.
Exactly. It's what we are here and hoping for. And last but certainly not least, we have a man known by many names. You might have seen him as Twilight years ago, or Chaotic even longer before that, or more recently as well. Or more recently, he is now known as Yuki. What's up, Yuki?
So all the things Dallas said, I'm not gonna do that.
All right. So just to double check, Kamari, are you ready to get started?
Yes.
Miri, are you ready? I don't know if Dallas, you need to ask him in Japanese, but
Nah, he can't get this much English. It's fine.
Are you ready, Miri? He's typing. He's ready. All right, excellent. So we'll go ahead and Metaruler, why don't you give us the countdown today? Meta, hello.
He's drinking the cold one. He just cracked.
No, I literally just unplugged my mic to adjust it. I'm like, oh crap. All right, here we go. Let's start on go. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, good luck, runners. Gonna be an exciting one for sure.
Started the timer a tad early, had to reset it and restart it, but we should be good, don't worry.
That'll be fine. It's gonna be a good race. Personally, I love looking at the movement of top runners. I think that it's just so interesting to watch just how sharp everything is. God knows mine isn't that good.
Absolutely. We will definitely be able to take a look at both of them and get a good sense of just how good these two individuals are, based strictly off of their movement, their quick decision making, and their overall execution in a lot of these fights. Also their tech smashing, both two incredibly fast mashers.
There we go. Oh wait, did Rish go get dinner?
Oh, I was about to type something. I was gonna type something. Give me a second. Oh my.
I can't believe they let us all in here at the same time, honestly.
It looks like it was taken care of, so never mind. I was about to bring up the...
Oh, is it the thing I was typing?
Yeah, I think so.
Fixing?
I think so.
Yeah.
Alright. Both runners pretty much keeping pace with each other throughout the tutorial, which is about expected. There is a bit more of a delay on Miri's side, likely due to the distance between restreaming and whatnot, so
Japan is far away.
it is. It's
Indeed.
across the world.
But I mean, truth be told, it's not like Brazil is just a stone's throw away, so we've got a worldwide match here today.
Yes, sir.
And the rest of us are stateside. Actually, wait, no, that wasn't stateside.
I mean, Dallas is just up north.
Yeah, from big old Canada.
Good old Canada.
By the way, are we not doing a bet? Or did I not?
Ooh, I missed that.
Uh-oh. Alright, get ready to place your bets, everybody.
I'm gonna start a prediction. It'll be about 10 minutes long. Shouldn't be a big deal early on.
It'll
Seeing
be fine.
what
Yeah, because like it's before Trinera and stuff.
Exactly.
Like even if there's a few a bit of a bad luck in one case or another at the beginning, it's not that big a deal unless it's like atrocious. Like 2 encounters is still no reflector in like area 1 for some reason.
Yeah. Well,
Never mind.
it's Dallas with a single L and a U.
I did get called Dallas. Yeah.
No worry, prediction is up now, so
Cool.
hopefully it can. I was
Yeah.
mobile app just can't, in which case,
Did
what
I
the
just-
heck? Why don't we get
did
that?
you
The mobile app sucks.
did you run away, or I had to look away for a second. Did anyone see that Kamari either didn't get the encounter or ran away?
I fought the encounter
Oh, okay.
And-
It was just fast.
central
too
to
fast.
yeah. It was a mini bomb setup.
Nice, nice.
Love that mini bomb. Man, I hated that chip as a kid.
What was the
For all
reward, if you don't mind me asking?
A reflector. It was a gunner and Metro encounter, but I
Yeah.
got reflector.
Okay. So both runners have 2 chips. Miri is a tiny bit behind due to a couple small mishaps, such as accidentally reading the email twice. And that being said, on Miri's side, the second chip is in fact a Mach-Gun 1A, so we'll be seeing hopefully some faster fights on his end, unless Kamari gets a lucky drop in, say, Robo Control comps.
Indeed, indeed.
Alright, time for old stoves. And that's exactly what you want to see.
A perfect sword draw, a little bit of a slow pattern. You prefer the top old stove to move to the front immediately because that's the fastest possible way. Having the back old stove move to the front is really slow because their horizontal movement is very time costly. On Miri's side, we see again the perfect draw, and here it's just a tiny bit faster, getting the wide sword and being able to set up a double delete. So very nice from him.
Nice.
So we're going to be a battle of inches today. We're not going to really see these runners probably get too terribly far away from each other in the grand scheme.
That is the hope.
Yeah.
Yes, we are hoping to see everything mostly really close, tight, and ideally not broken wide open as a result of any major RNG.
Oh, for sure.
Both of these runners are skilled enough that their execution will not be the hugest difference in time.
Yes.
In fact, this is actually the first match that we've seen where both runners are capable of and have gotten sub 210s actually. So it's a very, very exciting race to watch.
That ain't bad.
Kamari starting up Robo Control comps at a rather decent pace for what you are normally looking for. Miri will be getting there just about probably 25 seconds slower or so.
How much time delay was there at the beginning? It's like 5 seconds-ish, right?
It was probably only a couple seconds, but there was a couple small menuing mishaps early on.
Right.
We do also have to mention that due to the time zone difference, it is relatively early in the day for Japan, and I will mention that Miri is actually just waking up essentially, so.
It's about to be noon in 7 minutes in Japan, for the record.
Mhm.
And but it's also kind of late in Brazil, right? It's like 11.
True indeed.
Yeah, it's about 11:30.
It's almost midnight.
Almost midnight, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, 12-hour difference between these two runners.
Yeah.
Literally opposite sides.
Crazy.
Miri choosing to take a 3-virus encounter has a chance at getting another chip, but unfortunately didn't draw 3 chips to deal with the viruses quickly.
You know, truly, this is the world that Battle Network wanted to set up for us 20 years ago, and here we are.
Miri now has a
Network
Mach Gun 1A and Mach Gun 1T. Unsure if we will be seeing that T code added to the folder. Kamari unfortunately not getting the ideal firewall here that you love to see and would have quite literally guaranteed no encounters for this trip. Ooh, did Miri get 2 encounters in this area?
Oh, yeah, I believe so.
Kamari taking the safer strat to guarantee no encounters. Just
That does
a,
look like second encounter area 1.
yeah, that's rather unfortunate on Miri's side, but not something that probably won't be made up for later, to be fair, so.
Oh, for sure. Certainly not unrecoverable. Alright. Pretty solid movements over on Miri's side. Will gets the prog. Kamari now on his way to get the final prog of Comp 2 here.
Yep. Follow up by a folder edit. What's the odds for an encounter here? It's always.
It's slightly greater than 50%. In fact, he got the 6% check, the first possible check. So he gets the encounter out of the way before even the folder edit.
You got a 0.6 of an encounter. Nice.
Yes. Mario only adding 2 reflectors here, and not adding the. I assume that was the 3rd reflector A, maybe? I don't even know. That is a very interesting draw we have on our hands.
All right.
Gets the cannon out of the way. Very good choice to just fit that damage in early, because you kind of want to go through your chips as fast as possible, rather than try and just use all the chips all the time. As we can
Gotta
see
hit
here.
into. Oh!
Very clean.
Very clean.
Yep,
Oh, Murray skips the encounter, right?
I think so.
Well, unless he hits it with this last couple steps here, which I have seen plenty.
No, he's already passed the actual last check, where
Wait,
he chose
really?
to do the folder edit. Yep.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, and he gets the
I swear I
perfect
see
draw.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think ideally you would take this in the other order, but I don't think it'll be a huge deal. He's gonna have a little bit of health left.
He
And
still has a Vulcan.
chooses not the Vulcan, unfortunately. So he's gonna wait it out. Overall, not too bad. A little bit of a faster Blastman fight, I believe. And again, about only a 40-second difference, which can definitely change very quickly with things like getting this encounter. If Miri chooses to, or not chooses, happens to skip it.
Yeah, I choose
I
not
choose
to
the
get the
RNG.
encounter.
I have decided my RNG will be good.
No, this isn't BN4. We don't get only optional encounters from the first one on.
Mm-hmm.
Or I was gonna say BN1, but that's a little bit different.
Yeah. That one is just like that one. You craft the game. That's what BN1 is.
All right. Well, he chose the encounter.
He did choose
Oh,
the
no.
encounter. But was he gonna? I think he was.
Yeah. Okay. So for the record, Mira is not playing on his usual setup. He had some issues with the GameCube player, and he did say he's not completely used to these controls, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
So that may explain the menu mishaps and things
Yeah.
like those.
I see.
Hopefully, we will see him get more accustomed to them and still be able to get a strong time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Don't watch the sound in fish.
You know,
It's technically true.
Yeah.
really interesting make or break points for some of these runs. Fish sticks being one of the major ones for BN6. I'm trying to think if there's really any other real major. Ooh, was that some R button strats? I believe so.
Yep, it was. Shoutouts to Kamari for that. But also, I'm trying to think. Like Battle Network 4 has the Guard 1A that you need.
Yep.
Battle Network 5 has probably the worst example, which
Oh, my
is
goodness.
getting bug frags, enough bug frags for auto run,
And money for mine key.
money for mine
You need
key.
both.
You need that 1,000 zenny.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
so much in BN5 that can make or break your run on that level. BN3, if you're BN1 through 3 is different because things can make or break your run depending on the type that you're doing. But if you're doing manip, usually there's no such thing as make or breaks because you just get good RNG.
You
The make or break
You
is did you choose it?
You chose the RNG.
Like yes, I chose to get myself the bad encounter.
Yeah, but say BN3 single segment, which is a category now probably. You can just not get Windstar.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
choose not to get Yo-Yo 1G.
Well, you're playing the wrong version, aren't you?
Exactly. I chose the wrong version.
An unfortunate draw for Kamari. The attack plus 10 is nice because it helps finish off the Piranha, but because he didn't get a second choosable chip, aka A or Star Code, could not actually delete the Starfish until the second turn. So now we'll see if Miri can make up a tiny bit more time back with perhaps a slightly better draw.
Right?
Nope.
That
is- The exact same draw, minus the attack plus 10. We will probably see him get the same kind of time, though, because he'll just get the busters in and get a mini-bomb down. Wait it out.
Yep, a little bit of mini bottom action. Whoop. Nice counter.
That does not transfer over, if I remember correctly.
No.
R button strats indeed from Kamari's side.
We aren't jacked in, so you technically are jacking in for the fight and then losing or finishing the fight and losing your full synchro from jacking out again. So
Yeah.
imagine if you could chain full synchro through everything. That'd be
Oh my god.
insane.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
That would be disgustingly good.
Just like,
It'd make for a
yes.
Very interesting, bro.
Yes, I got it. Well, I guess you could technically. Oh, I wonder if like the status would be like maintained on Mega Man's side. So it's like you just counter hit Dive Man to finish the fight, and therefore you start with full synchro on Heat Man.
That'd be
Could be cool.
Could be very cool. Okay, Prof, make the patch happen. Thank you.
prop, please.
Do you have a Prof, please command?
No, do not think so.
Not yet.
True.
yet.
True.
We're
Why
talking to the
flip
same guy at different times.
Yes.
Oh, that was very funny.
I love those accidental, like, not quite sync-ups, but sync-ups.
Mirror grabbing copy damage, and Kamari going straight into bathroom splits.
Don't die.
A good draw. Very, basically had 3 different options of chips to choose from with the Cannon A, Reflector A, and Crackshot Star. All you need there is one A or star-coated chip that you can counter-hit the Metzar with, and the Reflector will deal with the other 2.
Yeah. And firing the Buster Shots for good luck.
Yeah, it's advancing RNG to RNG Minute for Train Arrow coming up, actually.
Yeah.
I said this in my run yesterday, actually. I said those exact words. I fired 2 Buster Shots. Kamari fires 3, though, so it could be a bit of a difference there.
Whoops. Well, I mean, as the world record holder, you would know best on this.
I was trying to get 3 Buster Shots in, but I'm just slow, so...
That's alright. It knew you wanted it.
Alright.
Miri's side,
Sun.
also
There
good
we go.
with the crack shot. Basically what you want to see.
Like,
Both-
it shouldn't be bad, but you'll see a lot of times it gets bad because you just don't draw the one chip you need.
Yep,
Yeah.
It's like,
you'll have to just take some random chip and wait out the turn. Kamari with a bit of an ugly fight here.
ooh.
Definite whiff on fight number 1. Let's see if he gets the life sword.
Ooh, just a bit early on that counter hit, apparently. Does now
Okay.
have access to the life sword, though.
So Kamari, for the fans, will be taking life sword.
Nice.
Not the greatest draw for
Right.
this fight. On Miri's side, accidentally
And
getting
no
in counter
full sync on
before...
Kamari's. Okay, at least getting that here. Okay, double counter. And wide sword.
This fight is a 1 in 3
Nice.
chance to get the train arrow.
Oh.
Not
Swing and a miss.
quite.
Sunny.
Probably gonna force one more encounter, or at least has a chance at one more encounter before
Okay.
doesn't have to choose.
Okay.
Oh.
It's a good enough draw that the fight will be relatively fast.
Okay.
An S rank 1 in 6 chance. Sadly,
Nope.
I think that was, I'm not sure which virus drop table that was, but Kamari will be forced to do the backup. Miri starting up his first fight in this area. Setting up the viruses to, ooh, was trying to get a double delete.
Missed the guard, though. Okay.
He will also be getting a long sword S.
2 life swords today.
Will he force the third encounter
One
or
more.
just talk to the BBS?
He just talks to the BBS.
Goes straight for backup.
Alright.
Alright, cool. Both runners doing backup strats, just as we were hoping. Well, either
We
that or they both
were,
got it.
we were hoping that they both get similar luck in train arrow regards.
Yes, yes. To clarify, we would have loved for them to both get the train arrow, but alas, this was the
swear.
second best option.
If we get another Rish versus Arathor kind of thing, I'm gonna lose it.
Okay, we're hoping they both get it with 1 encounter as well. That'd be very, very nice.
Yeah, within equal number of encounters is ideal, but
Right.
for those unfamiliar, the backup strat of fish sticks does work to get every encounter turned into a 50-50. So
Ooh, okay, very cool movement on this.
gets the counter hit right at the end,
Gets hit,
S rank.
though. Oh, it doesn't matter.
and the A
Oh,
code,
there we go.
and he's out of there.
Easy.
So Miri actually takes a slight lead here because I'm pretty sure I didn't see him get a train arrow. I'm pretty sure he's
he doesn't have
doing
train
it.
arrow.
He's doing it at a slightly more optimal time, but will make the folder edit a bit more complicated because he's losing a tiny bit of time to an extra menu, if you want to argue it. But overall, I think technically Miri's strat is faster to do this way. It's just very negligible.
Oh, it doesn't even break even.
No, it's like it might break even because one time you are moving slightly out of your way, but doing the extra menu is less time lost than that.
Fair enough.
So Miri currently has a tiny bit of a artificial lead, we'll call it.
A routing lead. Yeah, this route saves time early and then loses time later.
Exactly.
There you go, that's it.
Exactly. So one thing to note, Kamari did have to take 3 fights, and I don't know if I saw 2 fights out of Miri. It was at most 2 fights in Seaside. I might have seen only a single fight. So technically, in terms of the time gap to get Train Arrow, Miri has 2 or 3 fights to play with.
Right.
So obviously, we are hoping to see him get it as quickly as we possibly can.
Ideally, first fight.
Yep.
50-50.
Yep. Just flip that coin every time.
Oh boy.
Indeed.
Like every single BN runner ever.
Yeah.
Dallas would know a thing or two about coin flips.
Oh, do I? Oh, do I? Except then Jagumba came in and I said like, nah, single segment is gonna manip all the fishes as well. Like,
Get rid of all of those early coin flips.
like, well,
To shreds with them.
alright, are we gonna see double penguin skip?
Ooh, I'm hoping so.
Very true. Important details. He got it. But he wasted the turn frame unintentionally. Or because he was afraid, I should say. Kamari gets it though. Very
Right,
confidently.
you're
There we go. Let's just say both runners got it. They technically did. It's,
Yeah, they both technically did.
Yeah.
We gotta give Miri credit for working on a unfamiliar setup as well. So
yeah, true.
so coming up is where we will likely see Miri go for the backup strat. Or he might even just go for the truly fastest option. Nah, he's going in
Nah.
into fish sticks.
Taiyaki?
Takoyaki, my bad.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
it's taiyaki? Excuse me.
Yeah, there we go.
Taiyaki.
Takoyaki's octopus.
Right.
Yeah, that's what in BM4, right?
Mhm.
Hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always think that's the one I always think of, and that's why.
My favorite hot dog stand.
Man, I can't believe octopus balls translates to hot dogs.
Crazy. I can't believe it.
Kamari reclaims his lead. Miri unfortunately does not win his first 50-50. We'll be seeing another fish sticks fight.
BM4 truly is the most fun localization of these games.
Folder flow though? Oh, they're not lining up.
It's really hard to get them to line up. You have to get them desynced like this first, and then go for it.
Oh, I see.
Interesting. Buster will delete because we do have attack plus 1 in now. 6 rank is still a 50-50, and we still, unfortunately,
Oh no.
Really?
not
6
safe.
rank is still 50-50?
Yep, it's from 6 to
Yeah.
S rank.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting draw. Definitely understand, having to think a couple moments on that one.
He is
Yeah.
wanted to get the counter hit and immediately get a delete rather than get the Buster in.
Ah,
Alright.
third time's the
There
charm.
we
Gets
go.
that train arrow.
There we go. Unfortunately, it is K-coded, but that does mean that it was either the same number of encounters between these runners to get Train Arrow, or if I was mistaken about what I saw on Miri's side, it took Miri 1 extra fight.
Yeah, it's still about even in terms of luck so far.
Wait, did Kamari get it in 2 or 3?
He got 1 encounter in Fish Sticks, but he got 3 encounters in Seaside.
Ah, okay.
So it was a total of
nets
4.
out, okay.
So we saw 3 in Fish Sticks from Miri, and either 1 or 2 in Seaside.
I
was the
believe it
picture.
was 2, so that means that Miri is an encounter down as far as that matchup went.
But even then, 1 extra encounter is decent enough that it's not the end of the world.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Really, what you're going to see over the course of this race is just the small things adding up either one way or the other.
Man, that was so weird. Both runners running up Comp 1 at the same time.
Yeah.
But one was just like with the door open, the other was wants to talk to Mr. Prague. Like,
Yep.
So Kamari currently about a
That
computer
it
ahead.
looks so synced, but it's completely different areas.
I know,
Oh, wow.
right?
This is funky.
Both on the first prog of their respective Aqua Rum comps. Sorry, Achilles. I have a bit more of a professional setup here this time.
That is nice.
Only slightly.
Only slightly.
Yeah, exactly. Just open stream choice. Forehead.
No, Kilos, it's simple. Just join the voice call. You can do it yourself, not say anything, but you get to hear Rish double.
The unfortunate thing with that is that he'll show up on the commentary thing on the screen, so
Hey, that sounds like a you
Details.
problem.
It's fine.
both owners looking very clean with Aqua Rum comps. This is essentially what you would expect out of both of them. Most top runners, the worst difference you will see between Aqua Rum comps is if they hit the 6% check. Both of them skipped the first one. Kamari will soonish be coming up on the second one, and hopefully we'll not see either of them get it.
Yep. So if you were expecting a shark tweet of Mr. Prague for your bingo today,
Tough luck.
sorry to say, that's not it's probably not happening.
Yeah, you picked the wrong game to have that square because these two runners are extremely good at what they do.
But we can expect an elite dive one in under 30 seconds, though.
Assuming we get a draw that makes it possible. That's the key.
Yeah.
Both runners are capable of it. It's more so, does the game allow for it?
Yeah.
In more ways than one, too, because sometimes you just need Dive Man to attack to get it.
True that. Rish, what did you do? What did you do? Alright, both runners on comp 3 now. A matter of time before Moist Man.
Moist Man has
yeah.
arrived.
Yep. And
My
here,
boy do be moisture.
and here's where we see the 6% check from Kamari. Never punished.
All right.
Nice.
Well, after taking that Blast Man encounter, you can't
And
have
a very
Oh.
good draw.
Okay. Nice draw, nice draw.
Let's see if Dive Man behaves. Oh, just a tiny bit late, I guess, on that counter hit.
So you didn't even know why.
Oh, did go to the back though.
Yep, Kamari
Okay.
does a good job forcing him to go to the back. Coming up will be the wave attack. A little early on the counter hit.
Still a pretty good chain of 60 damage there.
Chooses Buster up first so that he can start getting in more damage with that.
The long sword has arrived.
And now it'll just be longsword.
Bada bing, got him
There you
out
go.
there.
Nice.
Just over 30
34.
seconds, unfortunately. So
Oh no.
on Miri's side, we have 2 more progs left to pick up. And on top of that, he will also need to do his folder edit to add trainer, as I don't believe I've seen that yet.
Oh, true. Because he did the blade back.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely want Train Arrow, because as you saw from Kamari's fight, it, takes a bit of health off of Dive Man.
Alright, coming up on Dive Man for Miri.
Yep.
Doing the
Folded.
folder edit.
Right.
Breaks the bottom crack shot. Adds train arrow, copy damage, adds the cannons back in, very clean.
Very, very nice. Let's see how this fight is.
Not the greatest of draws. Takes the extra A codes just to get them out of the way.
Understandable.
Folded flow.
Alright.
Gets the 60 damage from the reflector though. Ooh, get air shot, train arrow draw.
Okay.
Okay. This has a lot of potential.
And looks like he'll go for
Well-
the... Ooh, slightly messes up the pat. Oh, forces him to the
counter
middle.
impact,
Actually,
though.
Nice.
Very nice.
it does work out really well because of the air shot, forcing him to the back row for full damage on the train arrow for
Hey.
a 22 second. So sub 30
Nice.
for your bingo sheets.
Alright.
Nice, nice.
I believe
Very
that was
clean.
probably slightly faster than what Kamari ended up with, so making up a little bit of time there.
About 12 seconds. And he didn't have to open the custom screen a third time, so a little bit of edit time there too.
Yeah. Making up some of that time. Catch up. Definitely gonna need it. Because Kamari is not gonna let up. He's not gonna let go of this lead anytime soon.
Yep, the main big swing RNG left is basically whether or not Kamari or Miri draws Train Arrow on Heatman rather quickly. That's the last really swingy possibility.
Yeah.
I respect Kamari going for the 0.7 second slower strat that is way more comfortable and easy to do.
Oh my god.
I respect this decision. I was wondering if he would go for it, but for those unfamiliar, there is a rather new strat for these kettle fights that involves regging copy damage a bit earlier. It does make this second fight, though, rather complicated, and only saves you about, as I said, 0.7 seconds, so...
Did you do that in your PB, by the way?
No, absolutely not! I asked
Understandable.
my chat, and everyone was just like, no, no, and F no. Quite literally.
Understandable.
Asking, listening to chat. That's not the wish I know.
So wait, did Chad not tell you to do Rish Kip that day?
I didn't let them decide for me that day.
Understandable. I mean, it was a good decision, right?
Yeah, it was a good decision.
Given the result.
And now we will see copy damage on Reg.
Kimari not going for risk.
Good. Also a good decision.
Oh, go, Mr. Rebate.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's a good Mr. Data right there.
I love that one, because you notice it as you're talking to the kettles, and then after you beat the kettles, you can't go back and get it.
Run away right now.
Kimari, or not Kimari, Miri's starting up on the kettles as well now, while Kimari starts up Heatman.
Okay, that's an interesting draw. You'd rather see that for Aquaman in False
Yeah.
Sword, but you know.
Lots
We'll
of
take
swords, lots of swords. The area grab means that Heatman can't even hit with his back burner attack. Gets the... Lots of 80 damages in. Does get all 3, which is very nice.
I like Kimari not
Huh?
expecting.
What is he doing?
Train Arrow.
I've never seen him attack like that from there. I think that must have been...
Huh.
Oh! I will explain momentarily. Oh, gets the double
I-
hit
I-
with
I
the
don't- I don't get
reflector.
it, though. I don't get it. I don't know what he was doing there.
So I think what had happened is he had decided he was going to do his normal like heat wave attack and was about to move into it, but the sword counter hit him on that perfect frame. So he stayed there, and then Heatman doesn't move when he starts his back burner attack. So he just stayed there and did his thing from the wrong row.
Huh. Interesting.
So, all things considered, Kimari did not draw Train Arrow, but that was still a rather fast Heatman fight for not drawing Train Arrow.
Right.
Getting 3 swords in for 240 damage, plus a double hit full synchro reflector is 240 damage, which is very, very solid. Now we will see Miri's side.
Will there be a Train Arrow?
Not a
even
good
if there
turn
is-
1.
It's K-coded, so it's a bit
Yeah.
awkward.
You would need to draw Crack Shot for the ideal draw there. A little late getting the counter hit on the Heat Press.
Going for some boulder flow. Trying to dig.
Now let's see what we get here. Ooh, gets the double hit as well there. And a full synchro for his... Ooh, chooses the mini bombs instead. Not a awful choice. Gets a nice 100 damage in. Extra 50. And now... Gonna probably go for Charge Shot. Oop, just misses. And now just needs
Plus
to
10.
get a little bit more damage in.
There we go with the pellets. Finish it, loss.
Not the worst Heatman fight. Probably a tiny bit slower than Kimari still, but
Yeah.
again, we still like to see
Runner.
the double hit reflector on the heat press attack. That is a really solid strat. Should it come up if you don't draw Train Arrow?
Ooh, nice.
Both runners
Got
hitting
it
the
even.
yep, both runners hitting the heat cross tutorial strat as well.
Even with the unusual setup he's running on.
That does make it even more impressive, yeah.
Also, we should not expect anything to change doing soul weapons at all.
Yep.
It's gonna stay this way for a little bit. We just get to chill.
Yes. For now, it is pretty much not really any crazy swingy RNG. Most of the RNG happens at the later end of the split when you have the gauntlet fights, as well as heal water fight, and then your draw on Circus Man. But all of that mostly adds up to like maybe 30 seconds or so potential swing. So Kamari with a very clean folder edit as expected, as well as the Navi Cust edit. So you'd love to see that. Miri makes his way over to start lotto codes. And now Kamari asks his dad how to beat a Psy Beast.
Takes a lot of blood, sweat, and perseverance.
Yo, Miri got the dude. Let's go.
He did.
Yo.
The dude.
I need some dudes in chat.
Now wait, Komari, do you not think the dude? I looked away when you were doing a lot of goods.
Yes, he did get the dude. That was the first one he
did get
got.
the dude. Yeah, it's my bad, Meta. I was counting text boxes.
No,
No,
you're good. You're good. Please focus on that first. I'm just here to provide speaking commentary.
Somehow that evil spirit position was actually correct. Kamari canceled out of it because I would have done the same thing because that looked wrong.
Yeah, that didn't feel correct at all.
I was like, huh?
Ah.
But yes, both runners have the dude. I think both runners don't have LM Trap, so.
No LM Trap today. I don't think we have any bingo squares for that, but if you did,
Ooh. So Miri chooses to only just remove the top 3 chips and add in 3 chips to counteract that. Does not reg Crack Shot, which would lead me to believe he did Rish Skip, but he did not. We all know that he regged copy damage, so. So there are copy damage strats you can do instead of Crack Shot ones. I think can be a bit tricky. Oh, did I remind him?
Yeah.
is that commentator's blessing?
Whoops. I just thought it was intentional.
That's good though. Right.
Listen, I'm trying to help it get a little bit closer. I need a bit more of a, dare I say, I guess we've been calling it an SK now because we can't say the whole word.
Hey, nothing like a good SK.
Reverse out. I mean, to be fair, we can also help Kamari. You know, it's...
I'm leaning on the side of saying things from a perspective of, I think the runners are doing it intentionally. I generally know the strats that Kamari is doing, so like I could also be like, oh hey, by the way, Kamari, you forgot to do this. But
That would be cheating, right?
exactly.
Better race match. No.
It's fine. That's why we have Dallas here to do the exact same thing in Japanese.
Oh, true.
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 Jody mid, hey, in some ways same, but I just could not sleep with such a good match on our hands.
Isn't it midnight under the sea?
Yes, actually.
Ooh.
It is in Atlantis.
Uh-oh.
I think we're getting some. Looks like, so again, Miri's on an uncomfortable situation, or an uncomfortable setup. He is using an emulator, which looks like it's paused.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think he was fixing some settings to hopefully adjust. Maybe adjusting the controls. I don't know.
Keybinding, you know
is.
what? I'd believe it. I'd believe it.
Yeah, it did look like key binding, so hopefully a bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Set up
Hopefully
for him.
not too much time to adjust that, so...
Yeah, 'cause the thing is, for everyone to know, he just woke up before the race, given the time difference, and then the GameCube wouldn't load the disc, so he, in order to already start late, he had changed to emulator, which he's not used to whatsoever, so he's struggling with that.
Right.
It's 2023. You guys don't have Xeno modded GameCubes by now? Come on.
My goodness. But no, absolute champion for, you know, kind of doing this on the fly here.
Yeah.
He's still doing pretty well. Probably better than
Oh, absolutely.
like 80% of runners would, so. Dare I say 95% of runners. I'm just making up numbers. Don't mind me.
Hey, don't you worry.
Okay. I mean,
All
all you
Did
disclaimer.
all
you
you
know?
have to say is all runners except me and maybe Kumari and Jiguma kind of thing, right? You were about to say that, but refrain, right?
Did you know that 83% of all statistics are made up on the spot?
Exactly.
I would say Mirror's movement and menu and on emulator are much better than mine on console. So yeah.
Oh no, absolutely. Both of your movements have been very, very clean.
So Mary's movement is better.
Yes.
If the BN collection will affect anything on runs, I don't think anything significant.
We think
Probably
not
just
so
hard
far.
resets.
It's mostly
Yeah.
going to be like what we see on Wii U BC, so
Yeah.
like that's pretty much what we expect. BN5 will be dead. Never run it on the
Yeah,
Legacy
pretty
Collection. That's basically the only thing.
And stop resetting. Stop resetting is also dead.
Yeah, soft
We did
resetting will be
get-
a bit slower, but at least you'll still be able to follow the general route. So it will make the route and category a bit more accessible, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah, we can still reset through the menu. We just don't get the BIOS thing anymore, so it's like it's just. A
Don't get the
little extra,
BIOS.
but,
Shh, that saves
Duh.
time if you're hard resetting.
Well, yeah, I don't think PlayStation's gonna really like it if a Game Boy BIOS screen just popped in if I hard reset.
now wait a second.
I don't think Sony's gonna like that.
No, that actually will be really nice for BN3 if you want to do a hard reset. BN3 is the only one that would impact, but
Huh.
BN1 and 2 you usually just try and do those soft reset keybind, like button combo. So as long as that still exists, which it might, we don't know for sure if it still exists. Sorry, I was mesmerized by Kamari's movement setup on the second gauntlet fight. I love that silly movement.
It's so fun.
Draws air spin.
Air spin.
No!
Throw it. Very nice.
Spin to win.
Chuck it right in there. To think there was an era where we didn't think airspin was good.
It's just a second and boomer. It's the best
I
way we
still
can describe
remember
it.
Yeah.
Rish just hard denying air spin. Like,
Listen.
nah, I'm never gonna use.
I was wrong, okay? I can admit it. I was
He's
wrong.
a changed man now.
And this Rich guy kind of sucks. No wonder he doesn't have a world record.
Oh, wait. It's like
Now, Rich 1997, on the other hand, that's the dude that has worth.
Yo.
Rich 1997.
Dang. The only sad part about wrist skip is we're not going to see the funny movement in this area.
True.
Yeah. It's a really funny trick to be able to do for that reason.
I love it. I was shocked the first time you just did it live. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, and funnily enough, in Jigumba's like video showcasing the strat, he actually didn't even do the full like setup that normally we do, which is go to the top corner, hold down. He just like ran into the like fountain from.
Yeah, you just.
He did basically a different setup that probably just works anyway, so it actually would be a bit faster. Kamari with a good enough draw for this fight. Just needs to wait for the Quaker to start coming to the front or to the middle again.
Alright.
Very clean.
Clean indeed.
Ideally, you need like an air shot or an attack plus 10 just to give you just enough damage for the heat press to delete the gunner in the back, or you just want M boomer or air spin. Even the dude is good enough for that particular fight. Unlike Elm Trap, which is useless in that fight.
Yeah.
Miri starting up the gauntlets to get to Seaside 3. Starts it off with a very clean fight that we always do in that particular way.
That Element Trap Tog Does that mean world record does not have the do?
Correct. Miri
Run
does-
it back.
Run it back. Hey, come take it from him, Dallas. That's all you gotta do. Run it with the dude and take it from him.
I'm good, thank you. Japanese is kind of a hard language. I need to keep.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely feel you there.
Miri with some clean gauntlets to enter Seaside 3, while Kamari uses the mini bomb strats, saves potentially a few frames, assuming that his menuing in the chip selection screen was actually fast enough.
Aerithar
What's
currently
your
about to
answer?
go unverify word.
Hold on, Aerithar. That means that you verified it without watching it. That makes you a bad mod.
Man,
Ooh.
even I watch it. Come on now.
He did. Then how are you just realizing there was no dude? Clearly, it wasn't that important to him. Aerithar is equally to blame. Aerithar can't read. There's a giant picture that shows up.
Who's this big buff blue dude?
Kamari's starting up the Circus Man fight. Unfortunately, doesn't get a draw. Does take the crack shot, which does save you exactly 1 second, which is very nice. Just another reason to keep it on rig.
Prof, please, I need the hack jacked mod. Alright.
I mean, he did make.
There's a chip editor. I can just put it in, no problem.
True.
Miri's starting up the heel water fight, draws air spin, chooses them in the correct order, so does get a slightly faster fight.
Very nice.
Nice.
This is true.
Yes, he-
I did draw LM Trap on GBs, and that was very important in my run, so. The one time that LM Trap is useful.
Yeah, holy smoke. Especially if you can get full sync on it, like, whoo.
Yep. Made sure he died on his 4th attack.
That's great.
Both runners getting the 0.6 encounter. Actually, I'm not sure. Did you get a 0.4 or a 0.6, Kamari? Do you? Oh, well, he's getting a 0.6 right now. Actually,
That was like first check or something too.
yeah, that was first check. This is such a
what the
dumb meme that we've started. The whole point was just to compare the general.
Vulcan Strad, mirror sight.
Which is easier on the chip selection side of things. It's just technically a bit slower on the fight execution side.
Yo, is that Soy Boy Gang Gang, the champion of BCC?
True.
Oh my goodness.
TQ enjoyer.
You enjoy all kinds of titles associated with his name.
The man known by many names. Soy Boy Gang Gang. Strawberry White Block. Swib. I won't say some of the other names and titles we have for him.
Yeah. I thought them myself, but
Yeah, just what do I usually call them?
I was like, So Kamari working on the Pavilion Operator Navi Contest Part 1, while Miri is about to start up Circus Man. Does draw M Boomer, which does make this a lot faster. Unfortunately, does not take the crack shot, which does actually make a difference. You will notice he has 10 HP left. But did get some slightly faster draws for the Circus
I
Man
have no
swing.
idea how many text boxes that was, so I just started walking a little bit because I was not gonna get the unlocker because I got it earlier.
Yeah. It's 10
had
text
no
boxes
idea
for
how many.
future
It's
reference.
Okay, thank you.
this guy.
Yo, counting boxes.
I know that It has 11 in Seaside HP and then has 1 less
Yes.
in the fish sticks comp. So
I still find it super sad that the fish sticks comp scenario comes after you need the train arrow.
yeah, it would be nice if we could just like do it then as our backup. It would be so much nicer because we already take some steps and we're like really close to getting an encounter.
Oh yeah.
But Kamari about to do the quiz. Two, three, three, one, two. Not to be confused with 23112322232.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Rich?
sure, dude.
You guys don't know what these numbers mean? Amateurs.
The numbers, what do they mean?
But the only one I know is 6954, 4569.
Yep, that's a good one.
Nice.
6399784. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Anyone else know what that number means other than Kilios and I?
I know it's a BN3 one.
The fact you remember it's being 3, but don't remember it's Var Sword.
Yeah, that was my guess. I just didn't say it. But that one though, LJKH, 1U, EKA. But now that is the one to remember.
Wait, LJK? Why does that look like humor but not quite humor?
Yeah,
Is it not humor?
No,
I think
No.
you might have transposed a couple letters.
I think there's like a
there.
couple extra letters in there, and I think they're supposed to start with an S.
Yeah,
No!
doesn't Terra have it as his like Discord status? Come on.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Terra.
No,
Or,
it's,
no, that was
it's,
his
it's
name
hey,
formerly
wanna
of
see
one of
some
them.
RNG minute?
Yeah, no, his name was that in Discord for a while.
Yeah, oh my god. Eartha didn't even get the right 2 Danishes one.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Keep trying, even if you're eating 2 Danishes.
But the Y
I
is a
would
U.
know.
It's
Keep
a
trying
U.
it even if you're eating 2 donuts.
No, Danishes.
Ah, yes, the localization.
Oh yeah, I still remember raiding Metal's channel, and we kept telling him that.
Dude, I have fond memories of that. That was a great stream.
The fact that we're just in a voice call, just constantly going, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it?
Because I was blanking. I was like, I have no idea what you people are talking about.
On Kamari's side, we did get 1 encounter in green first trip, which is what you like to see. Miri now about to start up the quiz as well. Hopefully, neither runner gets too bad of encounter luck, but there is some room for extra encounters that can start to swing the time one way or the other.
Alright. Everyone's favorite virus, corn.
Very clean execution, choosing to go for the counter hit into a second ship to not have to transform.
Saving those rings.
It's actually about a second or two if you don't have to transform.
Okay, so about
Potentially-
60 frames or 120 frames.
Potentially upwards of like
Well,
sometimes
what's your
4 or
point?
5. Okay, didn't realize we're starting to count everything in frames that no one understands other than us speedrunners.
I mean, as an animator, I count a lot of things in frames, so.
See? You're not doing bingo for this run, Kilios? Wow.
Wow.
I chose to not add it to the stream overlay just to try and keep the focus more on the match.
Oh, for sure. Well, plus, I mean, with how clean all their executions are, we're probably not going to get many squares.
Alright, now he moves the dude outside of the top 4. And gets crack shot, or double crack into the top 4. Black Bomb even in slot 5.
Nice.
Very nice draw. Again, not having to transform is a rather key way to save time on a lot of these fights, and you will be seeing them abuse it to its utmost ability.
Yeah.
Name
Not
of the
having to
game.
transform each fight does add up to quite a bit of time. Especially in Sky Gauntlets.
Yeah, Sky Gauntlets is the really key place you'll start to see those time differences add up.
Of course, this legal system's fair and balanced. Everyone is guilty. Equal opportunity.
I'm honestly a little bit disappointed no one noticed that I swag talked to mom there.
Oh, you
Wait,
did?
no?
Let's go.
I'm sorry, I looked away for 1 second. I was
Imagine walking in.
I was gonna type a
walking into
message,
your
so I
house.
muted my microphone.
Imagine walking into your house. You're just like, Mom. Boom, and turn around. How you doing?
And she tells you dad got arrested.
I know. I'm going. So Kamari, how you doing?
So like talking.
Dude, that was terrible.
It always is.
Oh, that's a nice draw.
The Ito speech is. Do you know how many text boxes the Ito speech is?
No,
Okay.
I only
You
count
don't
text
need
boxes. Yeah, I only count text boxes when I don't need to move away from an NPC or anything that I'm talking to. So when we were talking to Ito, we just move away from him.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I was saying you don't need to know on him.
Don't even count.
It's too many, honestly. Could have been a cutscene. Just press one button and be done with it.
True.
But then maybe they knew. Maybe they knew people were just gonna skip this cutscene, so they had to give him the exposition, whether you like it or not. The email should have been a meeting. Alright, oh, solid boomerang.
Nice. Nice. You love to see it.
He took one glance at the classroom and said, alright, I know what happened to Dad.
They're synced up, kinda. A little bit.
Man, these accidental syncs are popping off this game.
Yeah, but then they go different ways.
Now, here's a question. How many games do we really have to go back to, like, some of the dungeon comps? Because I can think of this one and then BN3 where you actually have to go back to the principal's laptop later.
True. Good question.
But other than that, I mean, you never have to go back to, like, to Airman comp. You never have to go back to Yai's AC.
Not that I can think of. Not until post game anyway, right?
Yeah, right. And then,
No, and even then, I don't think. Not BN1, not BN2.
right. BN4, you don't have to go back to Elect. Wait.
That place.
Yeah, you do. You go back to Elect Tower for, I believe, the Dex scenario? Or
Yeah,
maybe
the
it's the
Dex
roll
one.
scenario. It is the Dex scenario?
Right.
Because you have like the lineup of progs, and you have to figure out
And
which
of
one's the right
course,
one.
Windman has you to go through Toy Robo 4 again, baby.
Oh, yeah. And then, what was 5? Oh, 5 didn't really have. Well, no, they did. Oh my gosh, no, 5 is... Oh, no, it's not. It's not... It is Central Computer, which I think you have to go back to. But drill comps you have to go back to so many times, dude. Why?
Backtracking the game, by the way.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know how BN5 runners do it, dude. Just
Yeah.
look at that game, it's like,
Yeah, so BN3 you get sent back during ranking. You have to go there to find one of the things you need to climb up the undernet ranks. There's also a rare virus in there.
yes.
Alright, into the Judge Tree comp. Speaking of dungeon comps, one of the most beautiful tracks, really, and a cool mechanic to go with it.
Yep. But will we see Lurkin Skip come too?
Excellent question.
You'll obviously see some touch cybergrass, that's 100% happening. For those bingo enjoyers.
Indeed. Oh, no, we wholeheartedly agree. The entire BN OST is absolute bangers. That's why you gotta start ranking them against each other.
Yeah.
And... nope. Oh, wait, Lurkin Skip is in this computer. What am I talking about?
Honestly, part of the joy of running these games is being able to listen to the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, the minute you get the Toy Robo, it's DJ Shack all the way, baby.
Woo!
If you want to play BN3 without having to deal with press and energy change, boy, do I have a version of BN3 for you. BN3.
Oh, true!
Oh, yeah!
Big fan of the way that Kamari handled that fight right there.
Absolutely.
They double crack to break the GMD and also still kill the Metzar.
Yeah, click the guy in the back. No, I think that was actually really interesting. I am pained, of course, to see more destroyed GMDs, but I understand. It's for the cause. Komari has 1 out of the 3 corns he needs to create Corn Fiesta, the key to winning this race.
I looked away, but that was no Lurkin Skip, right?
No.
Yeah.
Correct.
This is, he already took the encounter.
Yeah, he got the encounter, there was no point. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I love how, other than like Circus Man, we're really not seeing Keycross at all.
No. Pretty cool, actually.
Yep, that's what you should expect to see from most top runners is effectively no use of Heat Cross or even Beast Out unless absolutely necessary, and then bosses, it's absolutely necessary.
BN6 is a very cool game because there's...
It's so sad.
Oh, my God. BN6 is a cool game because it's got like a good skill, like you can get into it easily, but it has a high skill ceiling. As you can clearly see, both these runners touching a lot of that because the less you use crosses, the better. As far as time goes, for the most part. A little bit of Celine Dion action. And now we're fighting Judge Man. Judge Man attacking for optimization here.
There we go.
Yep, allowing Judgment to attack exactly once does save slightly more time because you get your first charge shot out a bit sooner, so saves about 1 second. Meanwhile,
Unfortunate draw. I just had nothing.
not a very fun fight or draw for Miri.
making it there, though. Good clean movements through these comps.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
As you say that, he unfortunately made one small movement error and prevented himself from being able to get through the comp. But
I'm
it
gonna
was
resist the commentator's curse.
it was earlier in the in this area, so it's not as much time loss. It would be worse if he had already gotten far enough and gotten an encounter and then had to redo everything and get another encounter.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, let's see how Miri handles this fight. Just taking a nice heat cross. Not a great draw on it. Ooh, very clean, though.
I love doing
Oh, they want
the
to
fight
charge
just
up.
like that. Yep. It's 100% consistent.
Alright, Kamari picking
No,
up the...
Hurricane skip.
Ooh,
Just got
early
the second
encounter.
Yeah, really early as well.
Kamari
Oh,
picking up the most important... Ooh, Navi customizer program in the game, Slip Run.
Airspin just a bit. It's a bit too slow to get down to airspin, unfortunately. And so it does get broken, sadly.
Alright. Third computer here. No need for a lurking skip on either side due to unfortunately timed encounters.
Also, yes, Kamari doing 2-3-1-1-2, 3-2-2-3-2.
1, 2, 3.
Excellent. The key to incredible movement. I think Miri has hit like every single first or second check in these computers.
This area, actually, his first encounter wasn't that bad. That one's actually almost good enough to just not get an encounter for the rest of the comp.
Really? Oh, I felt like that was early.
No. You can get it way earlier.
Huh.
You can get it incredibly earlier.
That's shocking.
Safety
Nice
save.
safety save for
some-
Safety
Celine Dion.
save. Oh, you know, given.
Oh, he even got the
Oh, wow.
he got the one pattern.
Ooh, that was slick.
Yeah, he got the one pattern that we have to do that specific movement for, so takes advantage of it. Does very well.
Impressive as usual. All right, another optimal just heat cross burn to the ground here on Judge Man. Ooh, the miss on that though.
Oh no.
Make like Flame Hyanard in this fight. Mario making his way to Sky here. And you'll notice he now has some slip new moves here. As he's able to just slip sliding around the net. And goes right into Sky Gauntlets.
And it's time for the best part of the run.
Okay, that was a bit forced meta. Alright, I'm gonna have to ask you to try harder.
In the middle of saying it, I was like, I'm supposed to say slip, right? But then I'm like, no, it's just slick. It still works. So I was halfway between both.
It like sounded like a attempted pun.
I will have you know it was me messing up my own execution. I take the fall for that one.
Basically a perfect gauntlet 1 for Kamari.
Oh,
Didn't have to
God.
transform once. Got to use airspin on every fight, almost. I guess it was double crack on fight 2, but... Meta just skill issued himself.
Exactly. Hey, I'm willing to call it where I see it. You know what? Alright, picking up the slip run over here for Miri. The rest of the game, both our runners' movement is just going to be super fun. I absolutely love watching slip run.
I know, right? I still remember the first time I found out about BN6 speed running, and they told me they actually used slip run, unironically, and I kind of lost it for a moment there. I couldn't believe it. And then I saw it, it's like, ah, yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was absolutely heartbroken when I realized I couldn't do slip walk on the virtual console.
Pulse.
This is a ballsy
Oh,
choice,
very
but the math
clean.
does work out. 25 times 2
Nice.
times 4. Yeah, exactly 200 damage with that Vulcan plus 10.
Calculated. Love to see
Now-
it.
No offense to Kamari. I personally doubt while he was selecting the chips, he did the math in his head. That's why he took the extra Vulcan just in case. But
Shh, detail.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
definitely didn't do the
I
math.
was like, it's hard to do the math right then and there.
Yes, yes. I hate doing math during runs.
He just looked at it and was like, this looks good. I don't want to beast out.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, probably enough, right?
It's the instinct of a falso runner. Like, you just know, Vulcans, damage, big damage. Let's go.
Man, I hate this fight.
Oh no.
Has to not move from that panel because he would area lock himself.
The dude. No dude today. I'm not disappointed.
I hate Gauntlet 3 in general, dude.
That's
If you
fair.
don't have full synchro going in, it's just so bad usually.
Yep.
Like, what can they do with that draw? Nothing.
No, that draw was miserable.
Yeah, we'll see
If I
here.
had full synchro, double crack would have worked there.
Mhm.
Like, it's so much better if you have full synchro.
Miri also started.
Skyral is unfortunately forced to charge the first fight. Hopefully we'll start to see him get some better draws though.
Alright, I love the flamethrowers on the planes. It's so good.
That little bit.
It's enough with the first full synchro, it just means he doesn't get to chain it into the second fight, which is a
Yeah.
bit unfortunate, but
Boomerang, get these guys out of here.
just takes everything. Take it
Yeah, look at
all.
that folder flow. Let's go.
Take
Bang,
it
bang,
all.
bang, bang,
Mache, baby.
Bam, bang, 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 bang.
Very
Vulcans all the
nice.
way. I love it. It's the machine gun.
Vulcan was a great addition to the game, I'll tell you what.
I know, right?
Yeah, what game introduced it?
Oh, well, only the best game.
Oh.
Of course.
Poor Miri gets the encounter just before Judge 2.
Oh.
No.
Ooh. Buster Shot takes over the...
Whoa.
Yeah, there.
Wait, Miri got the encounter? I'm so sorry for him. I hate that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is
What?
so dumb.
That
What
was a
percent is
funny.
that? Probably like, sub 20%?
Gonna go for the air spin draw here.
Oh, nice.
You love to see it that way.
Do you have
Um,
to step forward for that, I assume?
It's better to step forward, yes.
Nah.
And Boober draw. Both runners getting some solid draws.
Nice mashing.
Oh, waiting a little bit for the counter hit. Nice,
Yep.
nice.
Solid timing.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All of the top
Wow.
4 except for his M Boomer. Unfortunately, Kamari not getting to get a draw on that fight. Transforming. Hopefully he can get a counter hit up with some type of draw. Here.
Okay, will he?
Wow.
Will this work out? Nice. Very good.
Nice. Ooh.
On Kamari's side as well, very clean.
Oh, man. Frames before that dude healed, too.
Ragdoll.
Hopefully we're
Post-pull.
gonna see no draw here, unfortunately.
Alright.
I kind of like this fight when there's no draw, because I like
The heat cross shot
champion
is
going back.
is very cool.
Oh, that is so cool.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We will just see a double beast charge.
I don't blame him on that one. Ooh.
I mean, he had no other choice. So.
Nice lineup, though.
Funnily enough, it wouldn't actually make a difference either way if he went to
Oh,
the middle or
that's
the
right.
bottom, because you still need 2 charges.
Just saves a little bit of movement. Oh, wait. No, it wouldn't be. No. No, it wouldn't, because he goes to the middle.
Fun fact, if he chose those in the opposite order, the math would have
Yeah, I just realized after selecting them.
Oh.
I don't care.
Oh, train arrow!
So we just talked about not doing math in the middle of runs. Ooh.
Unfortunately,
It's a
train
form.
that it was unfortunate that he had to transform once and therefore couldn't start chaining the full synchros through the rest of the fights. Because, for example, Train Arrow actually works on that fight. It does do enough if you have full synchro. So, that being said, the first two gauntlets were still really good for Kamari.
Absolutely.
Definitely did well with what he had.
Ooh, the fun movement.
I think the only fight I
Nice.
really messed up was the first one in Judge 3,
Yeah,
I think.
that makes sense. I mean, that one was a hard decision because he really didn't want to transform, so...
Yeah.
Speaking of Judge 3, Miri gets the airspin draw, finishes up Judge 3.
Oh my! You guys saying Judge 3? I think it's
Yeah, it's
Judge
messing me
3
up, too.
comps. I was like, oh my god, just
Gauntlet
say Gauntlet
3.
3, please. Thank you. Every time.
Miri with many options for this fight. See if he can keep full synchro for most of the Gauntlet 4. Going,
Sky Gauntlet Battle 14, I hate you.
having full synchro for this fight isn't actually that important because sometimes you'll draw a double crack and you will just get hit intentionally anyway.
Whoa!
Just like that,
was
actually.
interesting.
And then ideally here, you want to draw something that will get you counter hits that you can chain to do the rest. And that's exactly what we see. So hopefully we
love-
can maintain it for the rest of the gauntlet.
That little pause is so nice. Making sure you get it countered.
Fun fact, you can actually use movement to buffer it, because you can't press A while Mega Man is transitioning between panels. So, well, you can press A, but it'll wait until you actually fully materialize. And so, you can abuse that fact and get the slight delay to be 100% buffered. So it just always works. Exact perfect timing every time. Let's do the fight a bit faster. There is a strat you can do there to get full synchro to maintain into this fight, but gets a really good draw anyway. Probably didn't even need it.
Yep. Well, nice. I love the copy damage into the nothings.
I mean, he was praying, or he was throwing it in case the Piranha was there.
Yeah.
Overall, very good stuff for Gauntlet 4 from Miri. Basically didn't have to transform. I shouldn't have said anything.
Man, we are commentators cursing this entire thing.
The timing is...
so bad at this.
Man, it's windy out here. Actually, this is just, I'm gonna be honest, this is just the US this past week. Especially in the Northeast area.
I did hear it's been rather windy. Unfortunately, I was trying to focus too much on Miri's Sky Gauntlets. I didn't notice how many encounters Kamari got as Heatman.
1.5.
That's really good. You love to see that.
Okay. 1.5? 1.6? 1.4?
1.4.
Thank you.
You gotta include that extra second there.
Yeah.
But that is below average. Normally, the average that you get there is about 2.5 encounters. So, starting up almost the appliance fights. This is technically the elevator, but
The good old half
35, by the way.
yeah, nothing you can do there. The only draw that is faster is basically air spin or like multiple weird combinations of chips that are complicated.
But you don't want to think, you just want to kill.
Exactly.
Like, especially after Sky Gauntlets, your brain must be mush. It's like, I just want to be over.
Honestly, thinking is a time loss.
It is.
Fact. Okay, now you can start counting on Miri's side. No half encounter.
Ooh, safety save for the most dangerous appliance fight. I respect it.
Oh,
He will be taking
absolutely.
Black Bomb if he draws it.
Yeah, and I don't know the setup properly.
That's all right.
Said
Boomerang's
trust.
here to save the day.
Said
All right.
gets the optimal draw.
Nice. That was very clean.
Miri gets his first fight in Sky 1. Pretty decently far in. Very nice. Unfortunately, an average beast out draw for Kamari. Ooh, just gets the encounter before resetting the step counter.
Unfortunate. 2 encounters.
Luckily, the grass panels does make Heat Press very nice there for a very quick fight.
Whoa, second train arrow chip.
That is true.
Very
Train Arrow 2G. So,
Personally, I
Two
prefer my
encounters
trainers
for
to be
Miri.
5G.
oh yeah, you know, more modern. I get it. I get it.
I get it.
Standard old stove fight from Kamari with a heater.
Absolutely. You know, that's the thing, though. If we were going for a train arrow 5G at the beginning of the game, then we would probably get it more often.
It is
Why, you may be asking?
more consistent. Yes.
That is true. That is true. It also would likely lead to, you know, better reception of the chip.
True.
I gotta get out of here.
Kamari going for the safe strat. Still a little bit delayed, fortunately. But overall, still very standard appliance fights. Which Miri will now be starting up.
All right. I love how jarring that one section is. Just, oh, everything's panic! Go down the elevator. Okay.
No music.
Okay. Panic!
Yeah, I'm not sure why they chose to not have panic music play in that specific map.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fun fact, that's about the exact same experience you would get if you were in an area that the game doesn't think you should be in. So I wonder if it's just like improperly coded.
You'd have to
It's
wonder.
fine.
right?
We'll figure it out in a month.
True.
If it's still there, it's intended.
Yeah. Either they were too lazy to fix it.
I guess. Here comes another banger dungeon theme, though.
Miri being forced to beast out the freezer fight.
Break the storm.
Kamari does get the slipwalk, which will help his step counter a tad bit. Oop. Typhoon is directly in his way, unfortunately. I hate to see that.
Are we gonna get Aerithor skip?
Dude, I absolutely hate Area 1 Typhoon.
It
That's
is.
the worst.
It is being very obnoxious with its positioning.
It always does that, dude. Whatever.
Oops.
It's like,
Get
I
the
didn't
final
need that
macaroni.
rainbow macaroni anyway.
Punished.
Oh no!
Oh,
You don't like seeing pulse bulbs on these random fights because pulse bulbs just suck.
Yeah, true.
yeah. But hey, that worked out. I love seeing 2-6 in random fights. It reminds me of BN1.
Yeah. Here with a very nice air spin draw on the also fight, which can be very tricky to get to work properly, but works in his favor. The Typhoon is directly in the path of the, like, directly on top of the one that Kamari wanted to pick up.
The very sky itself wanting to try and stop Komari.
Meanwhile, Miri with the M Boomer draw on the plains, which is the optimal draw. Slight mistake, just a little bit early on that cut down. Did give him an extra check, but he was not punished. Now the Typhoon is being a bully.
There we go.
Just use Aerothos. Skip.
And now, will he get the encounter on the way out? No. Very
Nope.
nice.
Time for black.
And now,
skip.
Blackjack skip. And he's out.
All right. Perfect execution.
No one likes
21.
comp 3.
Rest in peace, 33% of weather comps.
Yep. Kamari going for one extra heat cross charge before he transforms would save one movement cycle. Oh, just randomly gets him on a grass panel. We
On
take
the
those.
grass!
Never mind.
Never punished.
Never punished, yeah.
What a fight. Nice, let's see, because he wouldn't move onto the same panel. Nice 1 in 4.
All right.
Miri's starting up. Weather comps. Will he get the slip walk? These runners.
Much of a difference?
Yeah, ideally there shouldn't be a huge difference between what you see. Does not get the slip walk. It's
missed.
not worth going for a second time. The prog talks too much. So, Miri will very likely get an encounter, but we do see him going for the relatively new movement strat here.
Pretty clean macaroni grabs. Alright.
Does get the encounter early, which is the result of not being able to slip walk. It's a very
Very
awkward
nice one.
fight. Probably going to use that double crack as quickly as possible. Yep. Does get some good execution.
Nice.
I love the mashing bean. Like, get me out of here.
Boys!
Ooh, Miri is slightly off with that slip. Does actually give him some extra steps, so he will be have a slightly higher chance of an encounter than normal. Be careful where the typhoons are. Luckily not super obnoxious this time around.
First encounter. Tuesday.
Very nice circle out of Miri on the typhoons. He actually seems to do decent circles compared to the squares that I do.
Whoa, hype train is closed.
Now onto Blackjack skip just a little bit.
Whoa! Okay,
And
that was
perfect once again.
a cool way to fix it.
He went exactly one movement, like pixel too far, and then just went back down one. Ooh, manages to get that. Oh, almost. Will he stop on a grass panel? No such luck.
Dang.
No.
If he had paused one more time on a grass panel, could have deleted him before he chose to attack there. Would have been nice. Meanwhile, Kamari's still working on Moonstone. Don't believe he's gotten a random encounter yet. I should probably not commentator curse him.
I see what Terra's
About to
doing.
say. Come on down, everybody. It's train time. Did you know that if you fuel the hype train, then both of these runners have to do charge man scenario?
No.
No, that's
Kamari might be down, but I refuse.
Were you? I mean, you've done it once before.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Yo.
Okay, what level of hype?
Yo,
train do you want,
69%.
Kamari?
Yo, nice.
Kamari does get the relatively expected encounter in Undernet 2.
Plenty more
Yeah,
corn.
risk it.
So this
I
is
believe.
a pretty standard Moonstone, about what you normally hope to see.
Very nice. What are you gonna do with that Moonstone there, Kamari?
I'm gonna evolve a Pokemon.
Yo!
Mega Man.exe is evolving. Ooh, Miri gets a very early encounter in Undernet 1, unfortunately.
Ah, nuts.
Piranhas don't move the way...
It's this Iron Mod.
Huh. Still makes it work though. Pretty nice.
Funny enough, Kamari also an Iron Mod runner.
True.
Mario, a man of many talents.
Not FM though. I don't run that.
I feel like FM runs all of you. You don't run the game. The game
True.
just knows. It's like, no, I think you're gonna have a mediocre deck today. Good luck. Talk to everyone in town except for that weird sub chip dealer guy. I don't like him.
I don't know what he sells.
Yeah, no, honestly. Should have picked a better market, you fool. You don't know how many sub chip dealers there are in this world?
Whoa!
Yo, okay. I'll tell you what, Yuki Kitsune, thank you so much for all that love towards the channel and the community.
Oh, nice. I got a sub. Thank you.
Yo, wait, you weren't subbed to TVN?
Hell no. Why?
What do you mean? We have great emotes.
Dodged Pepe hands.
Dodge, Rish Deb.
What? Dude, this one, I don't know what it happens with this one. It's this Bronx specifically.
Huh,
Always fail slipwalk on that one.
that's wacky.
I think it has to do with the direction sometimes, but like
Possibly,
sometimes
yeah.
the direction you're trying to slipwalk from feels a bit odd when the way you're putting your hands, but the dude.
Alright, or Jamaic.
The dude arrives.
For income LL Big.
Speaking of the dude.
I'm about to see the Jack Tack.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, the Jack Tack.
God, I'm so glad I came up with that stupid image.
Oh, I am happy to help promote it.
Kamari did get the expected encounter, should I say, in ACDC. You do have a solid chance of having it happen. It's not the hugest of time loss to get, all things considered. Meanwhile, Miri just, I think, skipped Undernet 2 on his way to
They always
Moonstone.
do it, I swear, dude.
That's insane. He did still get one encounter on this split in Undernet 1, so roughly even with Kamari there.
We just need to learn how to have better RNG.
Yeah.
The true secret.
No, we have to choose better RNG.
Okay, let's let me be fair here. Exactly what happened to Miri just now also happened in my run yesterday, and I have no save, so I think you guys are just going crazy.
So what's the secret then?
What's the secret?
Yeah.
Pancakes.
True. Did you see my tweet earlier?
Yeah,
Just got a giant stack of pancakes.
Did
Not
you
not
put
pictured
anything on those?
not pictured is the syrup, okay? It was after the tweet.
Okay, I was about to say you didn't need all those dry, did you? Oh
No, all of
yeah.
those were stored for future use, but
Gotcha.
Are Brazilian pancakes good enough for that?
Yes.
I could believe it. They go by the name Pancake. I will give them a pass.
I appreciate it.
Time for the double fight.
Time for Kamari to close his eyes, take a short 12-second nap.
True. Every couple seconds, just throwing some fire out there. Who knows who you're even fighting? You can't see behind this brick. Whoever he is dead.
Black bomb draw on dive.
The return of Moist
This will be
Man.
used to block torpedoes. 690.
Cross cancel.
Funnily enough, this does work out not too badly anyway. Getting him to 600 health
Oh
means...
my goodness, what is this draw?
Yeah, 600 is enough.
Yeah, it just only needs 3 chips to charge now, so... Still a solid first turn from Kamari.
Super armor with Gregor, make sure he doesn't ever get knocked out of his attacks, and bye-bye.
Clean fight from Kamari. Meanwhile, Miri getting a rather early AC/DC encounter, which wonder if Kamari remembers. It's also the same encounter spot we got in our race. Was that earlier this week?
Yeah, yeah.
Which you guys were
Even
late.
for Dex's area.
Yeah, it was so early.
Can't believe Kamari's been manipulating this the entire time. It's kind of the exact same one.
So both runners equivalent in terms of encounters throughout DiveEX so far, which means that we would expect to see one more encounter on Miri's side.
Now-
That's 2 extra couple little slips.
Oh, nice,
Oh.
nice.
Now, the question is, will it come from Virus Master Glide? Wait, that's not
later.
this yet.
That's later.
That's
That's
it.
right. I couldn't remember which time this was they were coming back.
I got a bit more time for that. Reading is pretty hype.
True.
Yes.
Why is
hype
that Blathers reading? I mean, that makes sense, but it's not actually Blathers, I know. But that looks like a really swole Blathers from Animal Crossing.
Yeah, speaking of swole,
Meta always ready to copy paste it.
I told you, I gotta promote. I'm gonna be honest, you look across the Team BN set of streamers and folks we have quite the incredible set of emotes. Collect them all.
Well, Boomer's a nice draw to clean this up quickly, but unfortunately he did get the Undernet 1 encounter again. Hopefully we won't see him get Undernet 2. Does manage to skip that one, so again, roughly even in terms of encounters between both runners in
Indeed.
DiveEX.
Once
We got
again,
the
gonna
crack
just
shot.
Oh, he just
away
uses
here.
it. I think that does matter, actually.
Yeah, does it save one charge shot?
It does. looking at
wow.
looking at the math, it does.
That's pretty good.
That's kind of neat.
Please.
I've never really thought of that.
All right.
Cool tech. No black bomb, but ooh, mock gun and pretty decent draw.
I wonder if he'll charge these. Yes, he will.
I would assume so. 'Cause I mean, it's 120, so even if you get full sync to the next one, it's not worth it.
Actually, it would add up to more damage overall.
Would it?
Yep.
Yes.
I will explain the math in a second. He does get 3 chargeable chips on the second turn to finish up the fight quickly. So overall, pretty solid.
Aren't
DiveEX.
those Vulcan ones?
It was a Vulcan 1 and a Vulcan 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a Vulcan 2. Yeah, that's more.
So the first one would have done 120. The second one would have done 360,
Yeah.
which would have added up to 480 instead of the regular 400. Now
Wow,
that doesn't
bad.
really give you a break point that you can
sure.
work with, but Also depends on Diveman EX's willingness to cooperate.
Which usually doesn't. So. Rather just take the guaranteed extra damage.
Yep. It did work out in his favor, not having to wait for a third turn.
We did get a dull thunder, right?
Oh, I don't remember.
I want to say yes.
Pretty sure.
That sounds vaguely right. Can't believe we got a gold mystery data, but of course it was just a spot we couldn't get it.
I mean, he had
Well,
said
So the thing
he had
is,
said no. He could have gone and grabbed it,
oh,
but
yeah, fair.
that would have lost him
How
about
did you do
5-6 seconds. And we can't be having that.
Not with a race this tight.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, the time difference between runners has basically stayed about the same since
Oh,
the
yeah.
early game, which is about what I would have expected. Like, I would expect them to kind of trade back and forth a little bit, but
Absolutely, but it's such a thrilling race to watch. So all y'all here, you are getting quite the show today. 10k of extra rush food, that's true.
Okay, so
it also
even
could have
if you
given him like
extra-
Blast Man.
Even if you have the money for the extra rush food, most runners know how to use it.
No. I don't even actually remember how to use it properly because I've timed it 12 different ways. It's like,
Well, Symes, looks like you're one of the only people who has that as like, I know exactly what to do.
I just mostly forget if it's like 100% worth it.
Fair. That's all right. I actually spent some time looking into whether the extra money we got from Top Man scenario was worth anything versus the time. It's not. There's
Difference
no way to
between-
make up that time.
2 minutes and 8 minutes in a split? Yeah.
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 I was hoping I'd find something, man, where it's like, oh, you could save like a ton of time with this money, and so then it won't matter whether we hit one frame. But no.
Nope.
Nope. You just basically lose 5 minutes anyway.
If only an Utopian chocolate saved us that time.
It's okay, you should just challenge an utopian bread instead.
I'm gonna fight that bread.
I still don't know how you even had that happen. Wait, what? Oh, that was Sneak Run.
Yeah, Sneaker expired at the weird time.
I was like, why is he Why is he doing a dialogue right now?
Oh no.
Yeah, a lot of things could have went wrong during that run. I'm shocked I just didn't hit the one frame that killed my save.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Dude, I would have just left. I wouldn't be here, I would have just left.
That's fair. Well, I love the soul knife in the front. You just take and stab him right in the face. What are you gonna do about it? You're a red guy, you die in one hit. Now the yellow guys and the blue guys, they take more hits to hit if I'm hitting them in the face.
Actually, go do that real quick for me so I can get the bingo. Okay.
Overall clean evil spirits from Kamari. Just a small
Absolutely.
mishap trying to position himself for a longsword, but not a huge deal. And I think Miri is about to start Evil Spirits Part 2.
Yep.
Indeed. And here's G-Beast.
5 chip draw, so good folder flow to hopefully get to his better chips. Hopefully we'll also see G-Beast let him be counter hit. Nope.
so far-
Alright, we're gonna have to
No,
counter hit
okay.
the... Unfortunate, misread the situation. Does get the counter
Oh,
hit
very
there.
nice. Ooh.
The dude.
The dude has arrived.
The dude will be 300 damage, I believe.
Get him, the dude. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep, 300 damage. Getting a counter hit on this air shot will almost seal it. close. Move into it.
No!
I feel that so hard, Kamari.
Oh man.
What a bad fight, dude.
I feel it so hard.
And time for Colonel.
1 in 6
Oh man.
chances. 1 out of 6 opportunities did GBs let him get counter hit.
Don't get me wrong, I love BN5 Colonel, but I love his stance in this one in battle so much.
He is way more poised in this one. The other one, he's just kind of like standing upright.
Exactly, he's more formal, whereas this one he's just so battle ready. Oh my goodness.
Does he also have the cape attack?
I think I recently saw a clip of someone getting caped in BN5.
Wait, what?
Pretty sure I
Is that
saw.
possible?
I don't know. It might have been like someone like photoshopping. I swear I saw it. I was like,
Dude,
and I know it was BN5 because I was like looking at like the surrounding stuff, and I was like, yep, this is BN5.
Whoa.
Crazy.
And now, Kamari making his way over to the final day. Just has to get through the second to last day. Like how we call this split final day, only because it gets us to the final day, if that makes sense.
But not quite.
Like you split and then the final day starts. It's kind of reversed.
That's kind of funny.
You guys want to guess who
Good.
came up with the name Final Day?
Who?
Me.
Nice.
I'm smart.
I really thought it was last.
We kind of were coming up with the idea of like having a split together, but I'm pretty sure that I was just like, oh yeah, we should just have a split called like Final Day or something.
That's good.
Well, you should do like Majora's Mask and just have 24 hours left. For the fight.
All right. Under BBS gauntlets for Kamari, GB's coming up for Miri. An interesting draw. Is going to go for Beast Out Strats. Does take chips in what I would argue is the correct order here. Yep. Goes for the counter hit. Very cleanly executed.
Alright. Full synchro up for the next fight. That'll be pretty sick.
Meanwhile, Miri can't quite get the counter hit in because he positioned him in the back. Also drew the dude. Lean draw out of Kamari with the air spin on the
Nice,
armadillos.
I like
Really
the
hoping
bus
this guy
rock.
moves for counters. Oh,
Just
nice!
kinda-
Another 300 damage dude on GBs. An air spin draw. This might be a bit awkward. We'll see how it goes.
This is
You
Whoa!
are a god. I didn't realize that. That is easier than I anticipated. I will admit.
As long as you have full synchro, that works every time.
Yeah.
Well, not every time, but like
Yeah.
90% of time.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I just rewatched the 7-minute gauntlet of constant death to that fight, and I was getting worried.
Nah, not these god gamers.
Yeah, no, not. I didn't expect it, but it was in the back of my mind, like, what?
Like, I knew
would
that
happen?
the fight with airspin would be fine. It was just mostly, like, how exactly it ends up, like, working out. But then I remembered that you do put an object in the pulse bulb's way, so it just can't move forward. So it is easier than I anticipated. But it's one of those things that you have to have seen once or twice before you really recognize it.
Right, makes sense.
I think there's a chance for the pulse bolt to destroy
Yeah.
their spin, but that's only if you mash too slow.
Right.
As long as you mash fast, it's never gonna happen.
Miri taking a lot of slashes against Colonel. Luckily, still able to kill him before he starts trying to throw the cape.
Yep. Do have to wonder if that might be related to, again, just uncomfortable controls due to the new setup for his health.
Yeah. Getting stuck in that animation at the end of Flamethrower is a little tough.
Mm-hmm. They're making an excellent point that had that dude been Elm Trap on both of these runners, that would have been 480 damage instead of 300.
True.
Aw, nice try, Kamari, nice try. I saw the vision there. Not quite so I talked to Mick, but...
But it's fine. It's like talk to mom this run, so it's
True.
alright.
Listen, my bingo slot is already marked, so you didn't have to.
Exactly.
However, if you make Element Man turn red, I just let him for a bit, I'd get a bingo. I'd appreciate it. It'd be really nice.
I'll think about
have
it.
consider his options. Alright, now we get to see Virus Master glide. Unfortunate draw from Miri on this. It's going to be just a standard 2 chip charge. Won't be able to go for any counter hits.
Proto Man over there like, what do you want, Hikari? I love his voice lines for BN5.
Eric.
Sadly,
Perk.
no draw in this fight either. Very standard.
Oh, yeah.
Very standard under BBS thus far. Let's see if he-
Imagine standing in the middle column.
No Virus Master glide here today. God bless. God bless. Ooh. Will he do the airspin strat? Oh my god. He did it!
Nice. Just
Now,
no-
this is what
Did
happens
it,
when
but
you don't have
that's-
full synchro.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Um,
very scary.
Oh,
But
my
he
God.
should be fine.
Still good,
Yeah.
Because,
That was
again,
really
the
nice.
pulse bulb doesn't get to open, so the copy damage just copies the 200 damage, and now every enemy has 40 left. Which means that they're all in charge shot range. Will they go for the M Boomer to speed things up?
Yeah.
He gets it,
Okay.
except he still
Oh,
has
the
to...
bees?
Yeah. That is the one problem with not having full synchro there, is it would work and just delete the bees guy, but sadly no full synchro means that that guy's left with 80 health.
Yeah, we're getting to see a lot of opportunity to save a lot of time on these fights if you're able to chain full synchro together.
Yes.
And that's true for these and Sky Gauntlets. So, I mean, I feel like that actually is a pretty sizable breakpoint for BN6 now that I'm thinking about it.
Yep.
Just chaining full synchro.
The difference between like a really fast under BBS and a really slow one is probably like 15 or so seconds, which at the level that these runners are at can be a significant like deal in terms of their PBs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It can even be more than 15
I-
seconds sometimes.
I lost like 8 seconds to my gold on that final day split. And like I saved and didn't have full synchro for one fight. Had to
Yeah.
transform for one extra fight, so that's basically it.
Mhm.
And I feel like everyone's gold for this, or at least for top runners, is like a 545 or something
Yep.
like that, really close to that.
Yep. I was noticing Jagumba's is about that when I was looking yesterday. Mine is basically the same, so.
Yeah.
545. Dang.
Yep. And normally, if you don't really get good draws, you might see like a 6 minute, like a really low 6 minute time. So
Yeah, or you should get Virus Master Glide.
yeah, if you
Super
get that,
brave
then you
time.
just lose another 15 seconds and you just cry. Keeping the save file in Pav1. Good choice. Good choice.
Except I'm gonna save before Trigger, of course.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes, good plan.
It's fine. It's no fault. Sorry, you won't die to him.
Well, you gotta understand, I've gotta have this video done by Tuesday. I can't. I'd like as little clips to add as possible.
Understandable.
nope. You need more content. Oh, that is the
Oh my
last
God.
encounter check that you would see before the end of the comp. So very
I
unfortunate.
hate it so much.
Encounters in this
encounter
comp.
in this comp, yeah, it just triggers me so much, dude.
Encounters in this comp is also just not fun. So. So Miri choosing to actually go all the way over to roll and get the slip walk. Probably failed to get Slipwalk off of Proto Man, and then decided to just go anyway, which is a
Right.
pretty safe choice. The
Well,
reason
that's probably. Okay.
I was gonna say the reason we normally just keep trying off of Proto is because it's a single text box. So
No Virus Master Glide today.
he actually tried to make it Virus Master Ducky. Funnily enough, he legitimately slipped into the duck, which is kind of an interesting strat in my opinion. It might actually just like be no different.
Or it might just be the controls.
It could be the controls.
I think I saw Jagumba do the same recently,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
I think that the distance between the duck and the Lied means you wouldn't get another encounter. So I think it might actually just be like a fair strat.
Huh. Virus
Ducky
Master
strats,
Ducky.
yo.
Kamari get the shark? Nope.
Whoa.
You're just gonna do the same thing, and it's gonna work. Well, it's not gonna be the exact same thing. It's probably like a difference
Couple
of
pixels
pixels,
off, yeah.
Yeah. But that's his strat basically, which I'm trying, still trying to figure out.
Stealing strat.
As
Dude, I
always.
love
Speedrunners
that,
do
though.
best.
Warning
Yeah.
from each other and just be like, you know what? That looks pretty good. I'm gonna do that.
I still remember the time where Jagumba and Rich were just stealing off each other constantly.
Yeah, when Jagumba first started like learning BN6, and like he would take like little movement tricks from me that I would not see him doing for a bit, and then he would do later on. Gonna shut
Alright,
up.
time for Gabble
Let,
skip.
let him do Gabble skip.
Dude, what?
What?
That,
These corners are thick.
Is that a thing?
that corner is just awful.
I always held left there, and it always worked.
Yeah, I'm shocked
Last week,
that you
which
got
is when
caught.
I changed to this strat.
Never happened before.
Sorry, I was gonna-
Yeah. Wait,
What?
I
Yeah.
need to focus.
Sorry.
I just got lost after the first one.
Oh, win with what?
Yeah, I have no idea why that happened.
Yeah, because it worked perfectly that time. That's so weird.
I mean, you have to hold down left around the corner, right? Originally, like after the slip, you have to hold down left slightly.
Oh, do you? Oh.
I think otherwise you just run into a corner. So at least you run into the first corner.
I think you just need to hold left, right?
After the initial slip down left, I think you have to keep going a little
Yeah.
bit further, but I could be wrong because I've
One
not
on one
done,
HP, by the way, Bingo and yours.
Yep.
never done that strat. I haven't done that strat enough to know all of the variations.
I used to go to the right there.
Same.
Huh.
I still did in my PB because I am
Oh,
a
really?
coward.
I recently changed to going to the left like last week.
I
And
also
that felt pretty consistent.
yeah. I felt good until today. I failed it 3 times in my warm up, or like
Yeah.
like the start of the
Yeah.
stream, and I was like, I'm on a really good pace. I'm gonna go with what I'm consistent at.
Whatever. I.
Mari does get a bit of an early encounter here.
Miri actually took the encounter in here. Got Train Arrow 3.
I believe Miri got Train Arrow 1, 2, and 3. This
That is
round?
correct.
Yeah.
Accidentally walks into the prog. Probably did get an encounter check there as a result. He's trying the buffered movement strat.
Ooh.
So he doesn't even do his own strat? Come on, Mary.
And it worked.
Did it work, by the way?
It did work for him, but it was not quite the buffer movement strat. There was still some differences that he did.
Understandable.
Or when I say it was different, it was not what I normally do.
But it was a buffered movement
Yes,
strat.
yes, there was some buffered movement in there.
Turn red, please.
All you need is fire.
I'm very sorry, Dallas, but Neri's getting too close.
Yeah, no, I know. Don't worry. I am memeing. Just for the record.
You are memeing, but Komari is not, as he has a clean element man split.
Miri
Nice transition.
working on gavel skip.
It's fine. You can still beast over, and I'll still get a big.
Don't be sober.
There's no way he's gonna beast over.
Okay, I believe that was
Miri
first try
does-
on Miri's side.
Correct. Miri does get first try gavel skip.
Ooh,
Does not
gets
quite get
hit.
the movement up, so does get knocked out. Will get hit by the books. Most of
Oh,
this
yeah.
doesn't really make a huge difference.
Clean fight on Komari's side.
Like Sim said, like it's first try gavel skip on an unusual setup.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
probably also rather tricky for him. So
Pretty good. Well, we're lucky that it didn't end up where it's you have 1 HP and went into that, because I mean you had to take a few hits for it.
air spin draw. It's really good. Just run up, move up, press A.
Ooh!
And this guy is kind of a bully. Chose to move down.
Buster to conserve the full synchro.
Yep.
Ooh, by the way, I love the strat where you slide and then burn in the middle to stop yourself. It's so cool.
See, ooh, that's a really awkward draw.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a ride.
It's does work out very nicely with a
Get those worms out of here.
quick pause buffer to make sure that he doesn't miss the copy damage and then gets the 2 beast charges in.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, the spec shot, double shot, do anything here?
It's basically an extra charge shot, so it would save you 1 second. Just the same way crack shot would. On fight 1. Crack shot also technically works on this fight. As you'll notice, he will be left with 30 HP.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very clean. And now all that's left is 1 safety save, followed by the final boss.
Alright, let's go.
Miri quite literally hot on Komari's heels
Yeah,
here. And
he
did
it! He made him go red. Did it for
Oh
Dallas.
my goodness. Miri, a champion of the people.
Truly.
Cram, oh no. I'm gonna call it Cram like that.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
not pull off a crayon in such an important race.
That's okay, he safety saved. It's fine.
Decent draw from Kamari for first turn. Does have a lot of chargeable null chips.
Great setup. Alright.
Does
You'll
get
notice
some heavy.
early flamethrower to be able to get himself out of the way of the attacks.
The 2 charge shots does get him below 2,000 HP, which is the threshold to only need 5 chargeable chips, as they do 400 each.
Is it just
Very
500
nice.
or is it 200 double hitting?
It's 200 double hit.
There we go.
Okay.
And time.
Time.
Very
GG.
nice.
On stream time of 2:11:21 for Kamari.
Dude, nice.
Yeah, same thing here.
Very nice, very nice. Glad that my timer's working.
All right.
Meanwhile, Miri working
On fight number 1 afterwards, so time to go on to 2. And we get to listen more to a Braves. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is fight 3. I forgot they don't fight in color order.
Yes. Chooses to do his safety save here, which is pretty fair given that his HP is rather low.
Wow, and this is a kind of a scary fight.
Going for the air spin, just throws it. But now he's stuck.
Fighting to Dark Mech.
It's so scary.
Not even close.
My heart, dude.
There you go.
Put in perspective, I believe they've taken out Undershirt by this point, so any of those touching would have killed.
Correct.
And now it's time for Clapman.
Clap, man. Yo, Black Bomb, though.
Black Bomb does give an extra 300 damage to start off the fight.
Ooh, baby.
It's basically the equivalent of 3 charge shots. Doing the QED strat. The QED strat is when you buffer a movement back out of the charge shot, which would cause the collapse to happen behind you and then move forward. It's actually ever so slightly faster because you don't have to move as much sometimes, and your movements are a bit faster. And since normally you would have to wait for the clap to actually start moving, causing you to technically be a bit late on your charge shots, hitting him out of his iframes.
Understandable. Did he safety save before Gregor?
He safety saved
Nah, he
before the
doesn't
Pav
okay.
4 fight, which is like good enough. So
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
wait.
Here we go.
Okay, so we have a chance at fast Gregor or potentially even fastest Gregor. Will he give a fire breath attack? No. So not fastest. This will be probably faster Gregor.
I hate your naming convention about that.
Oh, wow. Okay, good tips here.
Unfortunately, will Gregor stand on grass panels is the key thing.
Oh, did you get fastest Gregor or fasterist Gregor?
Yeah.
He's not on any grass panels, so
He's absolutely blazing through this boss. 420 HP remaining.
it will result in just
The bullcut? Yeah, GG.
GG's.
All right.
No.
214, 24.
Yeah, I think this was a nice jog, Gregor.
That was the equivalent of fast Gregor for those actually curious.
Shut
I
up.
was curious.
It's not even my naming convention, though it was me, Arithar, and Tara that worked on it.
You guys sat down in a
part of
bicycle
a part of the problem.
one day. I was like, oh, I got a fast Gregor. Well,
what
I
if
got a
we-
faster Gregor.
But what about the
I got the
fastest Gregor?
Oh my-
It's that one meme of those little kids on YouTube going, man, is Fortnite overrated? But is them deciding what name for Gregor?
Tara does have the name Zappist Gregor for when you use Electros.
Oh, true.
Okay, you know that I can agree with.
But that will conclude our race for today. Winners semifinals does result in Kamari moving on to winners finals, where he will be facing myself, actually.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Man, who would have guessed?
That's gonna be a pretty fun
Pretty good
race.
one.
That should be a really good race. And Miri's journey is still not over yet. He will be going down to the losers bracket to face. There's a lot of potential candidates for him to face still at this point. It could potentially be Time Link, it could be Thug KJJ, it could be Symes, could be Ink on Big, and it could be Kilios, or it could be Arithar.
I believe in Kilios.
My money's on my boy Symes.
The
My bad,
closest
Sims.
race... I believe the closest race was, I want to say it wasn't...
Smog
was it
versus
still
Thug.
Smogs? It was still Smogs? 'Cause
That
we
one
had
was the difference of 12 seconds.
Okay, so we had the
Yeah,
Double
that-
Beast one where it was within 30.
Our
That was cool.
our spreadsheet does have a couple of the closest races so far. But Smogs is definitely the closest.
The best
Smug
one, hands
choked
down.
that one so bad,
Dude, I'm still mad about that.
That was a crazy race.
But the best one, hands down, for me was still Swib versus Fatkin. That's still my
Yeah.
favorite.
There was a really other close race, which was Ink on Big versus Crayon Crayoff. That one was a difference
Yeah.
of 30 seconds.
Plus, how can you not like that run? They got to show off the new strat.
But this one would come in at the third closest, following myself versus Arathar at 6 minutes 14 seconds difference.
But my favorite thing about that Crayon versus Ink fight was that you got to see Gregor and Falzar being fought on separate screens. That was super fun.
Yep, that was super, super cool. But yes, that is going to wrap up this match. We will be working on trying to get future matches scheduled as they come. We do still have 3 matches that we're working on scheduling. Oh, actually, excuse me. Miri will be falling down to face the winner of Symes or Timelink and Thug. He will not be facing Arathar, Ink, or Kilios yet. My bad. I misread the bracket. So Miri's next opponent will be Symes, Timelink, or Thug, just to clarify. We do have 3 matches that are currently lined up that we need to get scheduled for you guys. They are Timelink versus Thug. We also have Ink on Big versus Kilios. And we now have our winners finals that we can go ahead and get scheduled at some point, which is myself versus Kamari.
All bound to be incredible matches for sure. You're gonna want to be here.
Yeah, at this point in the tournament, a lot of the matches are starting to be a lot closer, especially as people are practicing more and more. We're starting to get like different seed matchups that are supposed to be closer to begin with, so should all be very exciting matches. Before we go, is there anything you'd like to say, Kamari?
Thanks guys for the commentary. Thanks chat for watching and being there. And thanks Miri for the amazing race. GG.
I don't know if Dallas, you want to see if Miri has anything he wants to say before we wrap up stream?
Well, they've been talking in their chat for a bit, I guess. Or Miri, is there anything you want to say? 一言なんか言いたいことでもありますかな? Don't laugh.
No, I was reading his chat, that's all.
You're so adorable, dude.
But yeah, it's not just some, a little bit of regret not being able to wake up earlier. Web giving him the time to fix the GameCube. That's what I read in his chat. That's about it.
It is what it is. He's still putting on a great show, and he will still have a solid chance at making a run through the losers bracket. I think most people are probably going to be scared to face him, so.
Oh, indeed. Especially, I mean, I'd say get that hardware working, full power, like, ooh.
I was, for the record, I was laughing at the comments. I respect all runners who use emulator.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is going to wrap up our stream for today. We thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you guys follow the stream for any future matches that will be coming up. Click that like button if you're watching this on YouTube. Make sure something about subscribing and clicking the bell. I don't actually know the whole spiel there. But as there are fewer and fewer matches that we have to get scheduled, we will try to at least provide some updates on Twitter on when these matches will be scheduled, so you guys can also follow us at Team BattleNet, excuse me. At Team BattleNet on Twitter. So and someone's doing a shout outs for the runners. Yes, make sure you guys go and follow our runners here. They do great work on their own channels, and both have been getting some solid runs in lately in all sorts of different games. So, I think that pretty much wraps up everything. So, I will go ahead and say again, thank you all for watching. We hope to see you all back here again for our next match, or I think the next stream might actually be on this upcoming Tuesday, where our good friend,
I believe so.
where our good friend MetaRuler will be doing the monthly virus scan. You got anything you want to say about that before we wrap up?
All I'm saying is it's going to be an absolutely stacked show. If you haven't been keeping up with some of the stuff that's been going on this month, there's been a lot. So you're going to want to be there. And, of course, it's the debut of the month's clip compilation, which, seems to be something that people really enjoyed last month. So I'm going to have a couple great guests on as well. It's going to be an absolutely incredible time. You're going to want to be there. So, yeah, hit the follow button here. And if you like the emotes that we've got here at Team PN, you might consider subbing as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the monthly virus scan should be a great time. Definitely looking forward to seeing all of the great stuff that's happened this past month and all the amazing clips.
Okay.
Again, thank you all for watching. We hope you have a great rest of your day and or night. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And until next time.
Eat pancakes.
Yes, thank you, Dallas. Until next time, we will see you all later.